Have you ever saved a video only to find that the frames are rotated when you try to view them? It can be really frustrating, especially when everything looks perfect in your media player. If this sounds familiar, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to tackle the issue of rotated video frames in OpenCV. I totally understand how annoying it is when your video looks great in one player, but not in another. You're not alone in this. Many users face this issue when working with video files, especially when using different libraries or platforms. Here's the specific situation we're looking at. A user recently asked, how can I embed orientation information into a .move file so that skvideo.io knows the correct orientation? They mentioned that while the video plays correctly in Windows Media Player and iTunes, the frames saved using skvideo.io are rotated 90 degrees counterclockwise. Sound familiar? Let's dive into this together. So, what's happening here? The issue arises because some video players automatically read the orientation metadata and adjust the display accordingly, while skvideo.io does not. This can lead to confusion when trying to process the frames correctly. But don't worry, we can fix this. And stick around. I have a great solution at the end that will not only help you fix this issue, but also improve your video processing skills overall. To address the issue of frame rotation, the user should first check the metadata of the video file. This metadata often contains orientation information that can help correct the frame rotation. Next, the user can extract the rotation information from the metadata. If the rotation value indicates that the frames are rotated 90 degrees counterclockwise, the user will need to adjust the frames accordingly. Now the user should modify the frame extraction code to include a rotation correction. If the rotation value is 90 degrees, the user can use OpenCV to rotate the frames back to the correct orientation. Finally, the user can save the corrected frames as images. This will ensure that the frames are saved in the correct orientation, making them usable for further processing. Fun fact, did you know that the first video cameras were so bulky that they required a team of people just to operate them? Thankfully, technology has come a long way since then. Now, let's look at the answers provided by other users. One alternative solution involves checking if OpenCV records rotation metadata. It seems that OpenCV's video capture does not store this information. However, Scikit Video has a tool called ffprobe that might help pull rotation data from the video. Additionally, you can use ffmpeg to directly read the rotation metadata. There are Python scripts available online that can help you extract this specific information from your video files. Now, let's dive into a different answer from another user. An alternative solution comes from a user who installed ffmpeg and ffprobe on their Ubuntu system. They created a function called getRotation to determine the video's rotation metadata. Here's a pro tip. Always check your video files for orientation metadata before processing them. This simple step can save you a lot of headaches down the road. And there you have it. With the right orientation metadata, your frames should now be saved correctly. Remember, checking metadata can save you time and frustration. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more tips and tricks on video processing.